Hello, I'm joined by Martin Tyler after today's 3-0 win at Concord Rangers. Martin, on paper that looked comfortable. That's your first clean sheet of the season. How was it for you?
Well, if you remember when we came here last year, we were 3-0 up with about 5 minutes to go, and we only won 3-2 hanging on. So we all remembered that in the dugout. A few of the players played in that game. They remembered it, especially Rob Tolfrey, the goalkeeper. So no, we didn't take anything for granted until the final whistle went, and it was a very good performance.
At 2-0 going off for half time, the management team looked quite downbeat, I thought.
Well, there was a wind blowing from which we were going to have to be on the receiving end of, and we expected that there would be a bit more pressure. I mean, Concord are a good side. They've got some extremely good players like Stokes and Elms, who only came on as a sub today, but Harry Elms is one of the top players in the league. So you can never take anything for granted, particularly in this competitive league, and we were very happy that we got the third goal. Andre McCollin actually got a whack in the face in the first half and was feeling very groggy at half time, so we sort of all got round him and made sure he was okay, medically okay to come out for the second half, but he wasn't feeling great, so for him to get the best tonic, the best way to clear your head is to score another goal, then he did that brilliantly.
There's a few changes to the starting lineup. Dean Lodge and Gary Mack not starting. Hutchison and Patterson both starting today. What was the thinking behind those changes?
Well, there are several reasons really. First and foremost, we've got a bigger squad than usual, and we've got much more competition for places, which I think is really helping us get through these early season games. But Dean was just feeling a bit of a sore calf from Saturday, so he did have a fitness test when we got here, and he failed it. Aaron could actually have the fitness test as well, but he passed it. But the other change is really just to make sure that we're fresh on a Monday, having played on a Saturday. It was a very demanding game against Margate, to come back from 3-1 down to get the 3-3 draw. So we just thought some fresh legs, and the boys have all been training really, really well since the beginning of July, and they deserve to be considered, and the ones who came in did extremely well.
Andre McCullum got a brace today. Is he suspended now for the forthcoming games? And is that strength and depth you just talked about, we're going to be okay there?
Well, we hope so. I mean, Craig Mullen came in for his first start today since he's come back to the club. 3 years away at Bath University, he was one of ours, came through the ranks, and we're delighted to have him back. And I think he's shown how much he's grown up in the time he's been away. I thought he put in a really good shift, so he's obviously a contender to start again. Wade Small's not been quite right, missed a couple of games now, but he'll be back in contention for the weekend as well. Sam Clayton only played the last few minutes today. He's obviously one we regard as a forward, so we've got plenty of options, and that is the key to where we are at the moment, is because Dowser's been able to work with a bigger squad, and we're keeping everyone on their toes, and they understand that. Some who didn't play today may well play on Sunday.
As we hit the end of August, we're unbeaten. Is this better than expected, or is this everything going to plan right now?
I don't know. I mean, the expectations are more over the season than really over the first month, but you like a good start, because if you end up, as we found out last year, if you end up not starting particularly well, it's a bit of a haul to get anywhere near respectability. But it is very early days, and we've got a lot of big tests to come. This is a particular test. It's a long journey. It's the second time we've been into Essex already this season, which is quite a difficult crossing for us through around the M25 and everything. Everybody's been very professional. Everybody's been here on time. Those who make their own way. Sometime last year when we came here, we did win the game just about, but I know we had two players who were on the bench who didn't arrive till the game had started. So, all those little things add up to feeling that it's right at the moment. But I can only say at the moment because that's where we are.
Yeah. Our next league game is next Sunday, and then looking a bit further forward, we've got a cup game against Guildford. Any thoughts on that?
Well, personally, it'll mean a great deal to me, because I went to school in Guildford, and then there was a Guildford City that was a very big non-league club. In the Southern League there was no conference then. It was the Isthmian League, the Ryman League as it is now, and the Southern League was the professional end of non-league football. And Guildford City had a big ground, Joseph's Road in Guildford, and they had crowds of 7,000 or 8,000, and they went out of business in the early 70s. But I remember, only people of my age probably remember about it. So to be playing a Guildford City team, I think they still play in the red and white stripes of the old Guildford, so we'll certainly have to change our colours. It's at the Spectrum, which is obviously a leisure centre. It's a bit like playing at Walton and Hersham or Hornchurch, so we've got to deal with that as well. But we'll have a chance to have a look at them. They've made a great start to the season. I don't know how they got on today, but I think they were unbeaten going into today. So, you know, they're opponents to be respected, and it'll be a proper cup tie.
Good. Look forward to that cup tie and the next league game. Thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers.